All right. Let those notifications go out. Yes, we are up. I know that we are a little bit earlier for a Thursday. A lot of times on Thursdays and Fridays, or even Wednesdays, we tend to get on up here. Let me go ahead and read it. Here we go. All right, so I'm going to sit back here and relax a little while we chat. This is not going to be very long today. I just want to get up here. Let's get those notifications a chance to go on out. And I just wanted to get up here and talk a little bit more about this because I mentioned it. You know how narcissists they love to relive their traumas. Okay, that's why they hang on to their traumas for attention, but the other reason that they hang on to their traumas is because they like to relive them. And that's something that we come to learn, especially when we conduct case studies. And that's one of the things that God revealed to me is that that's exactly what the Jezebel case study was doing when she did what she did. And then also the ex-cycle when he did what he did. They were reliving their trauma by taking it out on me. Just like they take it out on all of their targets. So that's why I'm saying it's not personal. It's just that's them. That's what they're doing. They're reliving their own traumas. It doesn't make it right. No, it's very sick, and that spiritual wickedness in high places that they have. Oh my goodness, it is. It's crazy. Okay, there you go. And for anybody who is not familiar with this ministry, I highly encourage y'all to check out the description of this channel, and then also, check out the website. All right, check out the website. Check out the academy. All right, you all, you've got something coming for all of you. Yeah, and we just keep on keeping on. And so we do the necessary upgrades, if you will, to meta tags and descriptions and things like that. So yeah, we're going to do that periodically as well. But yeah, narcissists, they will relive their traumas over and over and over again, because just like the Matrix, they're stuck on repeat. They are stuck on repeat. And so I know that it might take a few minutes, but like I said, I'm just going to get up here, whether anybody attends the live or not. I know many of you can catch this on the replay. Like I said, it's going to be a short one because it's important to understand that they're going to relive their traumas. And a lot of times that's why they want to cause that chaos and drama over and over again. And it's the same old chaos and drama. Think about that for a moment. Think about it, okay? That they will, it's no different than how they remember things from the past, right? They live in the past, so they will bring up things that we did in the past, right? Like mistakes that we made, but we have since then corrected, because they want to try and guilt trip us when they're feeling guilty about something, because they can't process it. So, they can't process feeling guilty. So they'll do the same thing with their traumas. They'll bring things up that will cause chaos and drama. And it's always going to be the same chaos and drama. I want y'all to think about the world stage and how the Matrix does the same thing. It rehashes the same chaos and drama over and over again, especially the P Matrix. Think about how it's always the same problem over and over again. It's always the same issue, and it never gets solved. I mean, we've been paying attention to some of that stuff now for decades, and it's like they don't want to solve anything because they need that stuff to complain about. They need those problems to keep people believing that the actor wearing the silicone mask is still the original person fighting for that cause, when it's not. The original been dead long time ago. But the sleepers don't know that. But the narcissist, and that's all that traumatization. It just keeps the traumatization going. Think about that. When they relive their trauma, it keeps the traumatization going, not just for them, but for whoever it is they're targeting. So their target gets re-traumatized while they are reliving their traumas. through all that chaos and drama and just continuing to keep people all tensed up, their muscles tense so that their body can't circulate properly and heal the way it needs to, and the list goes on. But they do. Narcissists have got to relive their trauma because it's their adrenaline addiction. Think about that. It's their trauma that keeps them sitting on the edge. It's their traumas that keep them fed with all of the, well, low vibration, yes, but the adrenaline high that they're after. It's reliving their traumas, that chaos and drama that just keeps them, you know, it's what they like. That's what they like. So hello, welcome. For those who might not have heard it in the very beginning, I said this is going to be a short one. Okay, I am up a little bit earlier than usual on a Thursday, but hey, it is what it is. I said anywhere between 2 and 5, right? Eastern time, 2 and 5 p.m. Eastern time. So we were just able to do this a little bit earlier today. And I wanted to get up here and just touch on this. And I want y'all to share in the chat, in the comments on the replay. I want you to share some insights as well, because the narcissists do that. When you think about our experiences with narcissists, especially in our families, biological family, many of us who have come to realize that a family member is a narcissist, because when we think about why we tend to stay away from that particular family member on a regular basis, and we didn't really stay in contact with them very much because of all the chaos and drama that always seemed to follow them. Like, I remember telling, when my biological dad asked me, he said, well, why do you two not talk as much or communicate with each other very often? And I said, well, quite frankly, I said, because every time you try to talk to her, there's always chaos and drama. It seems to follow her everywhere she goes. Now I know, because she's a Jezebel and she's the one that causes that chaos and drama. It's not that chaos and drama follows the narcissist. No, it's that they are reliving their traumas through causing that chaos and drama. And I'm going to tell you, it always was the same old chaos and drama. It's the same thing. I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, did she not already go through that once before? And so now it's like a whole replay of the same kind of chaos and drama. And I started to pick up on that. I just didn't know yet that it was the pattern of narcissism. I didn't realize that she was causing the same, even though different people would be involved, it was the same type. It was over the same thing. It was the same hype. I said, oh my goodness, that's why we say it's Groundhog Day inside the Matrix, because it's on repeat. It is stuck on repeat. So what happens to the brains of these narcissists once they are, traumatized, they're trauma bonded to the wall. A lot of them don't even know it. And so what they're doing is they're reliving their traumas over and over again. It's all they know, because they need to get that adrenaline rush. They are adrenaline junkies. They need to get that high off of the adrenaline. That's why a lot of the narcissists that we have come to know, not all of them, there are some who just whatever, but not all of them. But I do know several who would smoke cigarettes on and off. It's like they would quit for a while, then they go back, and then quit for a while, and then they go back. And I'm like, okay, I understand that that's difficult to quit for good, because, hey, many of us can attest to it, but it can be done. You got to have the willpower, and yes, you got to do it when the time is right. And then a lot of them would drink on and off, and most of them, well, I know we all went through the binge drinking. Not all of us, excuse me, I take that back. Not everybody, but those of us who did that in our adolescent years, we tended to do that, because, well, we didn't know any better at the time. Right, but now as grown adults, we're like, hold up a second. And then there's those of us breaking bad habits. By the way, progress every day. I just want to share with you all real quick. This is not to brag. This is to give whoever else is breaking bad habits, no matter what it is, to keep going, because we did. We went out to dinner. And we actually were able to, we were able to enjoy a sit-down dinner. We ate just enough. Of course, we brought the leftovers back. When they poured that glass of wine, I'm telling you, it wasn't a 5 ounce like it should be. See, I measured it out at the house, so I know what actual glass 5 ounces is now. So I can visualize it. I said, okay, that's one glass. Okay. And but they came back, and it was definitely easily 2 glasses within that one glass. But I did well. I only with the meal, I did not finish. Right. I lost the mentality. See, I used to have that mentality when going out to eat and having a drink with my meal. I used to think because it was expensive that I needed to make sure I finished the entire drink before leaving. We lost that mindset. We lost that mindset. Glory be to God. Because walking back, I said, oh my goodness. And I got in here and I analyzed it a little bit more, and I said, oh my gosh, I did. I left one because I just sipped on it and did the one. I left the whole other half, which was another glass. I left it sitting there. I left it. Ah! And so I made sure to tally it out, though. I sure did. I made sure I put that on my tally. And we still did not even reach the limit. So I'm happy about that, y'all. I'm joyful. I'm not bragging, but I just wanted to share that info. When you keep going and you get dedicated, does not matter how long it takes, because on average it can take 3 weeks or so. But if it's a long-term, almost a lifelong thing, it can take a little bit longer. So we're going to keep going. We're going to keep doing it because, man, let me tell you, it is wonderful. Okay? Yeah, with God's help. And that's the thing. That's what we're doing. We're breaking bad habits with God's help. I mean, glory be to God. That's why I'm saying, when he sees us trying, he takes care of the rest. I didn't even think about the fact that I had that mentality. That wasn't even on my list. And God helped me break it without me even thinking about it. That's God's help right there. Yes, thank you. I am going to keep going. You got that right. You got that right. And I want y'all who are breaking bad habits to keep going too. Tally that out. And pay attention when God reveals that, we didn't realize we had that mindset. You got to purge that from the subconscious. Okay. But anyway, all right. So while we're doing what we're doing to get forward with our lives, breaking bad habits, narcissists will continue to relive their trauma because it's all they know. I mean, it really does. It comes down to being that simple. It's all they know. And so they're going to keep, remember they tell us they don't want to learn anything new. They think that they know everything they need to know, and and they're just going to continue to go through life willy-nilly, as if they're living. Right, and that's it. Sincerity is a must, okay? When you're trying to quit bad habits, things like that, okay? Yeah, you got to be sincere about it and not just nonchalant, like, well, I'm only going to quit because so-and-so's quitting. No, okay? But narcissists will never stop. They'll never quit reliving their traumas. So you pay attention to that, okay? If you are around somebody and you're wondering whether or not they're a narcissist, pay attention to the chaos and drama. And over time, it don't take long. I mean, a lot of times within the first 3 to 6, maybe 9 months, the first year, if you notice the pattern of chaos and drama tends to be repetitive, even if it's with different players, then you go, hold on a minute. This person just, like, it's the same thing, right? It's the same chaos, the same drama over and over again. But maybe the names are changed, but the circumstances are the same. So they're reliving their traumas over and over again. And I also want you to know something else that these narcissists do. Okay, because as they relive their traumas, right, and as they age, they don't like aging. They don't want to get older. They want to stay young forever, right? You know how the Matrix does that, right? Like, it promotes all of these products that can help you look younger, longer. Do they really work? I doubt it. I doubt it. Unless you gotta believe they do. I don't know. But I don't use them. But yeah, no, we don't need to. Chosen ones don't need to. No. I know that Jezebel case study tried to make me look as though I'm aging, but let me tell you something, God. And I don't even care. I mean, what's going to happen is going to happen. But chosen ones, typically, yeah, we don't, we don't wax old like doth a garment like they do. Just let that sink in. Narcissists, they will always hang on to those traumas and then live in fear of aging. They can't stand the fact that they would age or that certain things would change about their appearance. They can't stand it. They can't stand sagging skin. They can't stand that they don't have their youth anymore. They can't stand it because it was during their youth, if you will, that they were having so much fun, right? It's their party days. Oh, narcissists are all about that. Party, 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 living it up, right? Party, party, party till the sun goes down. Okay. And yeah, party, party, party. That's what they're all about. Now, I have my days, okay? Many of us did, not all of us. So, for those of you who never felt the need to do that, I'm going to say, okay? But, you know, the matrix, it kind of rubs off on some of us. And so we went through a season like that. But narcissists never outgrow it. That's the difference. We outgrow that. Like, I have no desire to do any of that anymore. I'm like, no, we put away those childish things. But narcissists, as they age, they will find, okay, they will find a younger group. Let's say you have a narcissist who is, let's say they're in their 60s. And they feel like they want to go party. They're just like, man, they just want to relive the party days. But they don't have anybody with them to do that. So they'll wander off, they'll find themselves a bar somewhere, and if there's a younger group that kind of reminds them of their party days, they'll try and befriend them and go hang out with them. Yeah, and of course, you know, the younger crowd, their younger group, whatever, they're like, hey, the more the merrier, come on, right? Yeah. So they'll be more than welcome to join them. And so they get to relive their party days with hanging out with younger people, and then also, right, and befriending the younger they are, as long as they're old enough to party, well, then the better. I mean, that's what narcissists will do. They'll seek out those who will befriend them so they can relive their party days, because their party days were often their escape. Just like it was for us. We just didn't know that. For those of us who went through the season of partying like that, we didn't realize it, but we were escaping. Yes, we were. We were escaping the traumatization that we didn't know at the time was traumatization. We thought that we were living it up, right? Hey, man, everybody's having a good time, right? Yeah, we're just you know, chit-chatting and socializing, and this is awesome, right? No, not so. Not so. We're not supposed to do that. So yeah, oh my goodness, yes, the hangover days. No thanks. That's what prompted me to break this bad habit. By the way, it was like, whoa, it's been a long time since I had that. Don't want that no more. So no, I don't consider myself a wine connoisseur. But yeah, and when you talk about the fact that narcissists are, I'm just answering the question. Okay, so well, yeah, we were talking about how they are afraid of aging and how the Matrix sells a bunch of like products, you know, facial creams and things of the like to try to help people look younger, longer, or what have you. And then, of course, don't forget about plastic surgery. I mean, yeah, that was big money and all that, of course. And only, I mean, I don't know. I'm like, I'm not even gonna try. I don't need to. It is misplaced faith in those oh gosh, yes. Yeah. See, chosen one, if we're walking and living by faith, we're not obsessed with any of that. We're just like, you know what? It is what it is. Things are going to occur naturally as they're supposed to. And God's going to take care of his chosen ones regardless. So it doesn't matter. I mean, you got to think about, who was it? Oh my gosh. Sarah's husband. Sarah's husband. He was like, yeah, getting up there in age, and so was she. And God was like, he's gonna let Sarah's gonna bear him a son at 99 years of age. So, yeah, it's something else. So we think about those stories. We're like, wow, God's amazing. He truly is. God is a miracle worker. And you just have to have that faith. But you're right about that. With all the face creams and things that are supposed to be anti-aging, yeah, that's a big time misplaced faith. Absolutely. Big time. So, the round days being broke again after the weekend days, right? Oh gosh, that was big time. Yeah. And right, this I want to say Jacob, but I could be wrong. I'm trying to remember that part of the Bible. It's a little bit vague right now, but I remember Sarah bearing him a son and at 99 years of age, and age is just a number. It really is, but to a narcissist, it's everything. To a narcissist, it is like the ticket. And if they have to admit that they're like 60 or 70 something, it makes them cringe that they even have to do that. But they will go and relive their party days in an attempt to feel younger. Not only that, think about how a lot of them will date someone much younger than themselves. Yeah, because that makes them feel younger. Of course. I had the ex-psycho roommate admit to me that we weren't dating, of course not, but just hanging out, right? Just hanging out in the party day. And, well, not quite like they were before, but just kind of like hanging out, buddies, right? Just hanging out with some buddies. And he did tell me that. He said, hanging out with you makes me feel young again. I was like, okay. I didn't think much of it, but now I go, okay, now we see why. So, Abraham, the father of nation, numbered like the stars. Yes, thank you. Age is just a number. Another way of saying that. So, and that's another incentive quit. Well, they say that chain smoking will age you, but and you know what? True in a lot of ways, but you also have to remember something else that ages a person even faster. That's demonic possession. Let's go spiritual here for a moment. What makes a person age even quicker is demonic possession, because they don't have any control over themselves. So they're going to constantly be stressed out, looking for that next adrenaline rush, constantly thinking negative. Negative thinking constantly will cause a person to age quicker. There's a lot of consequences to narcissism and the way that they think, being negative and reliving their traumas. That'll do it too. Because at some point, you would think that they would stop trying to relive those traumas. Even if they can't carry out an act against the target to relive their trauma, they're still going to relive them up here. Yeah, as part of their spiritual wickedness in high places. So, okay, as we wrap this one up, like I said, it's going to be a little bit shorter. For those who catch it on the replay, we talk about how narcissists relive their traumas, how they relive their party days. And I share some good news about the breaking of a bad habit. And so that was basically, I just shared with you how my evening in temporary accommodations was, my first evening in this undisclosed location. That's how it was. Another God revelation. And continuing to break the bad habit and doing quite well with it. And then also getting my mindset shifted a bit more to let go of some old ways of thinking, so we're still purging that subconscious mind right along with you all. So then thank you for asking. And if you want to share how your evening was, okay, yeah, or your evening is, wherever you are, your evening, your day, your morning, share how you are doing. Even on the replay in the comment, all right, share how you're doing. Let's do a quick spiritual and mental health check-in. Well, you're welcome for today's Let's Just Chat, and it's good to see you all too. It's good to see you all as well. And so, like I said, you know, life happens, but yeah, just purging that subconscious, continuing to do so, because once we realize that we've got a lifetime of garbage stored up inside that subconscious mind, man, oh, it does. It takes a while. It takes a while, and it's just another process, but one that's very welcome. Because once we get that out, it's like, oh, that mental stress, all that mental stress has to go. It has to go so that our body can relax and heal and do what it needs to do. And so, yeah. Well, and that's another great point. We were talking about how the narcissists are afraid of aging. And so, yeah, demonic possession definitely leads to early aging. And it's due to the stress. And then, of course, poor sleep, because God tells us that there is no rest for the wicked. So there you go. That's another incentive and motivator from God for us to remain on that narrow path. Okay, Jesus is the narrow path, and we got to stay there because that's where we belong, chosen one. It's on that narrow path. And yeah, we've got to do. And listen, I know I have seen some other YouTube channels, by the way, who talk about similar topics. And I see that they do a lot of additional editing and things like that, and kudos to them. But we're to keep. Listen, I do simple editing. All right, I don't have any issues with getting in there, depending on the video and depending on the project. But I'm not one that's going to sit there and try and impress with imagery. We don't need to do that, chosen one. We don't need to do that. All right, but so I have not gotten to the YouTube salt video. That's my plan this evening. Okay, that's my plan this evening. So I will email you back as soon as I do that. And yes, as far as the healing overall, yes, a lot more progress each and every day. Thank you for asking. And okay, you're getting your biorhythm back, enjoying being in nature more, and de-stressing. That's awesome. Awesome. Congratulations. Okay, congratulations. So there you go, everybody. That's what that is. It's just all about us coming together, working together with one another to lift one another up. See, we got fellow warrior getting the biorhythm back and de-stressing, being in nature more. Oh, that's awesome. Well, we're over here, and that's why I'm gonna get to that video this evening. So thank you. That's why I begin up here and getting work done early enough to where this evening, when it comes around, I'm gonna be able to sit and I want to pay attention. I don't want to be having all this stuff left on my to-do list. And I am going to get on Quora as well. So I know I usually would have the Quora posting done at the beginning of the week, but as you all well know, a business trip kind of popped up right in the middle of everything. So we're going to get to it. All right, we are going to get to that as well. So thank you for your patience. Okay, but we definitely have weekly content. We've got some stuff for you all. And so fresh air, there you go. Fresh air is always a great tonic. It absolutely is. Fresh air is wonderful. Okay, for healing and de-stressing and just, okay, and just blocking out all the crazy making of the Matrix and the game of narcissism on the world stage. So there you go. All right, we're going to wrap it up right there for today. I will see y'all again soon. Absolutely. And so thank you for joining us, and thank you for catching this on the replay as well. So I am sending love and light to all fellow warriors. Thank you for watching, listening, and for your continued support. Until next time, let's show some gratitude to the Heavenly Father, and you keep being you. In Jesus' name, amen.